The historian Raphael Hollinshed wrote about the healthy properties of whiskey in his 1577 book Chronicles of England, Scotland and Ireland. Being moderately taken, it slows the age, cuts phlegm, helps digestion, cures the dropsy, it heals the strangulation, keeps and preserves the head from whirling, the tongue from lisping, the stomach from womblying, the guts from rumbling, the hands from shivering, the bones from aching, and truly it is a sovereign liquor if it be orderly taken. And who am I to argue, especially when it comes to womblying, whatever that is. It should also be added that during Hollinshed's time, whiskey was also used as an antiseptic on battlefields, especially because effective medicine was hard to come by in those days. During America's Prohibition in the 1920s, whiskey could be legally imported into the United States because it was considered as a medicine, not a liquor. Back then, it was sold in pharmacies for use as a tonic. It can even lead to a long life. Grace Jones, one of Britain's oldest women, attributes her ripe age of 110 to drinking whiskey every night for the last 60 years. Her whiskey of choice, by the way, is the Famous Grouse blend. Obviously, if you drink too much whiskey every night you probably will suffer more than benefit. But at lower, more moderate quantities, science says that it might be good for you. Here's what the uisga beatha, Gaelic for water of life, can do for you and your body. Whiskey has as many antioxidants as wine. It contains more ellagic acid, the same antioxidant found in wine, as wine, which helps absorb rogue cells in the body, according to Jim Swan, the celebrated whiskey industry consultant dubbed the Einstein of whiskey, at a medical conference in 2005. However, it should be noted that the same acid is easily found in fruit. A study from 2003 published by the National Institute of Health says that adults who consumed 1 to 6 portions a week were half as likely to suffer dementia as non-drinkers and heavy drinkers. A 2011 German study came to a similar conclusion. This applied to alcohol generally as opposed to whiskey specifically, though. I should also add that in 2015, Britain's National Health Service released new guidelines recommending alcohol be completely excised from your diet to decrease dementia risk. Separate studies in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition, Harvard University, and the European Heart Journal all come to the same conclusion: a moderate amount of alcohol, maximum 7 small glasses of whiskey a week, will reduce to some degree the risk of heart disease and heart failure. The European Journal study, especially, led by the Rowett Research Institute in Aberdeen, is the most relevant and interesting. They measured antioxidant levels in a group of 9 men after they drank wine, aged single malt, and new spirit alcohol just out of the still. They found that the single malt provided the largest concentrations of antioxidants.